this other part, veracity as a professional blogger were communicated for the sole purpose of retaliating. Well, yeah, I mean that's true, right? She's calling you this blogger later, and you're talking about her and putting her public life out there. Yeah, she's retaliating. That's a mistake on Cardi B's fault, but I don't think that a court is going to care about paragraph 180 because you're essentially getting what you deserve. You pick you pull the tail of a lion. Now the lion is coming back to basically maul you to death. You basically deserve it. I don't think you can talk about people and put their life out for public display and not expect them to come back after you. Now, my personal opinion, I think Cardi B could risk a chance of getting a lawsuit that's going to cancel itself out. Like I said, Cardi B will get $1 million, and Tasha K will get $1 million, and then there'll be a set off, and neither of them will have to pay either any money. But if I have to lean towards anybody, I'm going to lean towards Cardi B because Tasha K, she's coming out, she's making these videos, which is alleging to Cardi B's personal, private, medical information. I don't know that Cardi B has herpes. I don't know that Cardi B has a yeast infection. And I don't know that Cardi B's baby has a mental disability, right? I don't know these things, but she's making videos alleging that these things are true, right? So if I have to side with anybody, I have to side with Cardi B. Yes, I think Tasha K is doing this for clickbait. I'm making this video for clickbait, and I'm hoping that you click on it. I'm hoping that you watch it all the way through so that I can get a chance to make $1 or $2 from YouTube, right? So Cardi B conduct was intentional, willful, malicious, wanton, exhibit a conscious indifference to consequences, thereby justifying the imposition of punitive damages. Punitive damages meaning you're awarding damages to keep the person from continuously doing the negative. Uh, you're issuing damages to keep the person from the negative behavior that they're doing, right? So in the amount to be determined by enlightened, am I reading that right? Enlightened conscience of a jury in accordance with OCGA 511251. Cardi B's conduct was undertaken with the specific intent to cause harm to Ms. Kebe, therefore, pursuant to OCGA 5112.5, there shall be no limitation regarding the amount in which may be awarded for punitive damages. I don't think she's going to win this lawsuit, to be honest with you. Again, you made these videos about Cardi B. Cardi B didn't attack you first, right? If Cardi B did attack you, Cardi B attacked you after you attacked her. So you made these videos about Cardi B. Cardi B had a momentary lapse of insanity, and she wasn't thinking, and she lashed back out you on the internet. And then she probably caught herself and decided to sue you, which is what she should have did in the first place, right? But because she did lash out, now Tasha K gets to make this counterclaim. And then it goes on, paragraphs 1 through 87 are incorporated in account 3 of the counterclaim. Cardi B has acted in bad faith, been stubbornly litigious, and has caused Miss Kebe unnecessary trouble and expense. So she's basically saying Cardi B filed this lawsuit out of malice. And I don't really buy that. She filed the lawsuit because you slandered her. You dragged her name through the mud. Let me know if you guys think differently. There's a demand for a jury trial. Not going to read all this stuff. So that's basically it for this lawsuit. That is it for this lawsuit. This is Tasha K's lawsuit counterclaim against Cardi B. Tasha K has not taken this line down. She's trying to fight. In my opinion, Tasha K is not fighting with much. She doesn't really have much here to go on. I think the best thing that Tasha K has going in her counterclaim is for the first defense plaintiff. The plaintiff's complaint fails to state a claim upon which relief can be granted. Again, when you look at Cardi B's lawsuit, third or fourth video that I made in this series, you'll see that she'll state her counts or her claims, but she doesn't state any laws of which the court can grant relief. So when you state the facts, you have to follow up with a claim, and you have to have all those different elements in the claim, and you have to tie the facts in with the law, right? You have to say that this person did this to me. This is a violation of this statute because it meets element A, it meets element B, or you have to say this person did this to me, and it's in violation of common law, such and such element A, such and such element B. That's the way you have to do it. That's my opinion. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just some Joe Smuck on the internet reading legal documents. So let me know what you think. Questions, comments below. Do you think Tasha K really has a chance at beating Cardi B in this lawsuit? Me personally, I don't really think so, because the judge is going to give Cardi B a chance to correct the first defense and the second defense. This is common in lawsuits. Most of the time, judges will give people the opportunity to correct the defects in their claims, especially if it's failure to state a claim or pleading essential elements, things like that, right? The only defect that they can't really correct if the person has a claim and the court doesn't have subject matter jurisdiction. The judge is going to throw that out. He can't hear the claim. And then the only thing that can't necessarily be corrected per se is personal jurisdiction. If a person doesn't have, if the court does, if you weren't properly served, I'm sorry, if that person didn't properly serve you, then the court can't hear the case because you didn't get notice and opportunity to be heard. So they'll dismiss the case, but you have a right to go and serve that person properly and then come back to court and just do it all over again. So it's like your case is being dismissed, but not really, because you can just serve the person and then just come right back to court, right? So, and then the other two claims which we read in the Federal Civil Rules Procedure, insufficient service of process, and there's another one. I'm gonna have to do research on that, and maybe I'll put it into a paid video where I'm giving you information on how to get a case dismissed against you, right? So I don't think Tasha K has a strong chance with this lawsuit. I think she might have a chance because of some of the things that she's alleging that Cardi B said when she said she's going to basically take all her bread. Let me see if I can find it here. It's hard finding things sometimes after you've read it in a big lawsuit like this. Where is it hiding? Yeah. So I don't think Tasha K has a chance. I don't think Tasha K has a chance. She might have a slight chance where Cardi B is basically saying dumbass bitch whole numerous of times, and then she goes on blogger bloggers talk about Cardi B and threaten Cardi bloggers talk about Cardi B and threaten to retaliate. Oh, what she's saying, Cardi B threatened to retaliate with litigation, not because Cardi B was defamed, but because people were talking shit about her friends and she was sick of it. Right after Cardi B admitted that she was initiated into a gang of age 16, Cardi B threatened to bankrupt Miss Kebe by saying, "All right, bitch, I'm going to take all your fucking bread." Right? So, I mean, she could probably have a claim here, but again, she's bringing this lawsuit up because you slandered her, right? So yeah, she's going to try to take all your bread. She's going to try to make you file bankruptcy, and she has the right to do that because you slandered and you defamed her. So I don't think this is going to qualify for Miss Kebe or Tasha K coming back asking the court to grant her money for emotional distress because you came out and you tried to destroy this woman's name. Now, it could be that she does have herpes, and it could be that she does have yeast infections. And she could be that her mother did, have sex with somebody else in the family, cheat with somebody else in the family. All that could be. It's all alleged, but it could be true. But it's their personal private business, and you can't talk about somebody's personal private business. And you can't put that person private personal business out there in order to put them in false light. False light meaning like, yeah, this stuff might be true, but the way you're saying it, you make them look worse than it actually is, right? Especially with the herpes thing, because herpes is, like I said, a common affliction that a lot of people have. A lot of people get cold sores, so on and so forth. So the way, if you go back and you watch Tasha K's video, you'll see that the way it's presented, you're trying to make her look really bad. You're trying to make her look really bad. So I believe the false light claim is going to hit. I believe the false light claim is going to hold up. That's it for this video. Questions and comments below. Do you think Tasha K has a chance in hell with this lawsuit? I say no. I say Tasha K should lose. I say Tasha K should lose all her bread. Let me know what you think. Questions and comments below.